I mean, there's nothing to be scared about. You're literally going to a movie. I was like holding my breath the whole time. Hello! Today I'm going to see It Ends With Us. I'm actually going by myself. I've never gone to the movie theater by myself, so this is going to be a fun experience. I mean, there's nothing to be scared about. You're literally going to a movie. But I feel like if you told me a year ago that I was going to a movie by myself, I'd probably be like, what? Like, who? Because generally you go with someone, but today won't be the case. I read the book in January and it was really good. I know it's like a very heavy topic book, but it was good. That's what I mean by I liked it. So I'm excited to see the movie. A lot of people like cried in it, so I mean, it makes sense, but sit here with a pillow. It's just crazy that I'm going by myself. I got my coffee before I go. I've been up since 2 in the morning. I fell asleep around 10 at night and I woke up at 2 and I've been up since. So that's why I made coffee, because I've kind of been out for a while.
Enjoy your movie. See you next time.
An older brother, Emerson, and he died when we were younger.
Guys, the movie just ended. That was so good. I'm trying to see if they're gonna like show someone else. People are... Okay, that was really good. I'll talk more about it later. Guys, I am home, obviously, but it's late at night now. I actually took a nap, a fat nap, so I haven't like ended this video or anything. I know it's kind of on the shorter end, that's okay. I kind of wrote a few notes. The first thing, I loved that the author, Colleen Hoover, got to be in the background of one of the scenes. I didn't know that. I'm glad I didn't like see anyone talk about that because it was a really nice surprise. I never thought that they would have done that. Like, I thought that was so cool. Just wanted to point that out there. Sorry to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it yet and you want to, and now you're like, oh, now you're gonna like wait to see her. Also, some of the places looked sort of how I pictured them from reading the book. The flower shop was one of them, sort of, like not necessarily specific details. The only thing that was really different is where the cash register was. So when you walk in the flower shop, the cash register is like on the right. I pictured it being towards the back and then like they would be facing the door, not like they'd have to turn their head to face the door. So that was the only different thing, but like the general-ish building of the flower shop like definitely was how I pictured it. Also, Ryle's apartment was basically to a T how I pictured it, so that was really cool. Bro, my heart was racing almost the entire time of the movie, just knowing what was to come. Kind of the buildup of it, like, because obviously the topic of the movie is a very heavy topic, and just knowing what was coming and like that I was about to kind of relive it in a way, like not literally, but by just well, watching that time, but I read it, you know, before, and like just kind of going through the story again, but knowing this time like what was gonna happen, that was crazy. And you could tell that some people didn't read the book, which is fine. Some people just don't read books. I could tell one of the people behind me hadn't read it because there was a certain scene. Oh crap, I don't want to. If you haven't like read the story, maybe this is not the video to watch because I'm talking about a little bit. I might spoil stuff a little bit, so click off now. But to those of you who did see it or just like don't care, I don't know. What's her name? Lily. I keep on calling her Emily. When Lily said I want a divorce, and you know what part in the movie slash book when she says that, the person behind me gasped. And like, okay, low-key, even though I knew that, I actually kind of forgot about it. I was so immersed in the scene that I actually kind of forgot that that was coming. So I actually was like, oh my god, like it kind of got me for a second too, but I was like, oh yeah, I knew that. Duh. It's kind of the whole, like, the book is literally called It Ends With Us, like, hello. So, but the person behind me literally, like, you could tell they were not expecting that at all. That's how I knew. And it was kind of cool to like be in the theater with people who like didn't even really know the story and stuff, because you could hear people's reactions. It was just so cool. Sorry by the way for the lighting, I know it's like kind of weird. The scenes with Atlas made me tear up. You're probably wondering, did you cry? Did you? Okay, here's the deal. I did cry technically, but it was really just like tearing up. I didn't like full on like bawl my eyes out. There were people that where you could hear people like in the theater. I think partially because I knew what was coming, so I think I was more so in a state of like, I don't know if panic's the word, like just kind of, I immersed myself in the book and I immersed myself in the movie, and you can just feel the heaviness of the story. So I think I was honestly just a little bit too like, I don't know if panicked is the word. Panic isn't really the word I'm looking for, but I think you know what I'm trying to say, like to bawl my eyes out. But there were like the emotional scenes, especially with Atlas, and those like I teared up for sure. I also really was just trying to not bawl, like not cry, because my mom was picking me up after and I didn't want to be like bawling my eyes out. But it definitely is a tearjerker for sure. Like if you don't, sorry my skin, if you don't like full on cry, you're definitely gonna tear up. There's no, I don't know how people would watch that and not tear up once. It's just a very heavy story. I do wish they were kind of promoting it in a better way to really emphasize that it's a very serious topic type of thing. Also, I think another thing that kind of was getting me was I read something that Lily, I mean her real name in real life is Blake, but she had posted somewhere or had an interview or something that said that during one of the kissing scenes she actually legitimately felt a little bit uncomfortable because like he lingered a little bit too long. So I think knowing that going into the movie too, it kind of made it feel a little bit more real, like her actually legitimately being uncomfortable. I think that got me too. I don't know, I loved it though. I did. I think they did a really good job turning the book into a movie. It was pretty much spot on. Again, like a lot of the scenes I pictured.
I will say though, I wish that they incorporated the journal part more. If you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't read the book, you're going to be confused, because the book really emphasized more the journaling aspect, and they only had one small scene showing Lily writing in her journal, but there was no other context with that. So just know that if you watched the movie but didn't read the book, and if you do plan on reading the book, I highly recommend reading the book because there's just a lot more detail in the book. You will also learn more about how important the journaling aspect was, and it is in regards to Ellen. That's all I have to say. I do wish they kind of incorporated that more, but maybe they just didn't really have the time for it because, you know, the movie can only be so long.
I'll tell you some of the scenes that didn't really, like, weren't pictured as, like, I didn't picture them that way. The restaurant, I pictured it totally completely different. Like when I saw the restaurant, I genuinely gasped. I was like, that is not what I pictured at all. But it was a really pretty restaurant. Some of the characters, I didn't think Alyssa would look how she did, but like I feel like it wasn't too far off either. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain how I pictured some of the characters, but Alyssa, I think more so her voice too, and like her, I don't want to say her personality because like her personality kind of was spot on, but like I don't know. I will say the rooftop scene in the beginning, that was somewhat close to what I pictured. Atlas's apartment was totally different than what I pictured, but I loved it. I don't want to like talk your ear out for too long. I absolutely loved it. I do highly recommend going to see it, read the book. I would even say like read the book first, but I could also see how cool it would be to like watch the movie and when you don't know what's coming, maybe you wouldn't be as panicked as I am. Maybe you would be because you don't know. Some people find comfort in knowing what's to come, but because I knew what was coming, I was like holding my breath the whole time. So that was that. Geez, did you hear my voice? Also, I literally filmed at like 1 clip in the movie. I wanted to film just a few more clips because I'm like making a vlog, but there was some people sitting not right next to me but close, and it was just kind of awkward to like put my camera out, and like, you know, the movie theater is dark, and also a lot of the scenes were a little quiet, so you could probably hear my camera like turn. I don't know. So I only filmed that like one clip, and also because it was such a heavy movie, I was trying to think of what scenes would be like good scenes to film. I didn't necessarily want to film like a really heavy scene, like, and people would be looking at me like, why is she filming, you know what I mean? But then I was like, it really doesn't matter, no one's really gonna expect me to like vlog the movie, okay? Just go see it yourself. But I did get that one clip. So all right, I think that's really all I have to say. Thank you for watching this vlog. Oh, here, Bella make an appearance. Oh, the lighting. I got the Big Brother feeds in the background. Yes, my 75 hard videos are coming if you are someone who's still looking for those. I know it's been a long time. Stay tuned, those will be next. I just wanted to kind of document this little day because it was really cool. It was my first solo movie. Oh yeah, just to touch on that, literally it's not weird at all to go see a movie by yourself. I saw other people doing the same thing. I mean, of course I feel like I'd still prefer to go with friends. It's just fun in general for me to watch movies with someone else because then you're like directly with someone to talk about it. But if I wanted to go see a movie and no one was really interested in going, I would just go by myself. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's fun, honestly. That was a really cool experience to like go by myself and just focus, you know? I don't know. It was really cool. So that's all. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my 75 hard videos. And with that being said, I will see you in my next one. Bye.